This time on Hot Shots.
I want just about everything there is to win, but there's still one that I'm chasing.
Max's long journey toward a world championship finally begins.
And that's all that matters to me right now.
Time to go to work, boss.
And Jerry tries to keep pace with his daughter.
That'll be fun to watch. What I told you, boss.
You got a situation like this, I'm thinking 6 months down the road, world championship, maybe there's a similar situation, and see if he can't perform under pressure.
It's only May, and while he's doing his best to focus on what's happening right now at the Mississippi Classic, Max Michel is already under the influence of what will happen 5 months down the road.
I won a lot of matches in my career, just about everything there is to win, and multiple times for that matter, but there's still one that I'm chasing, and that's the IPSC World Championship, and that's all that matters to me right now.
In October, Max will be here at the Universal Shooting Academy in Frostproof, Florida, site of the 2014 World Shoot, a once every 3 years match put on by the International Practical Shooting Confederation. It's a true world championship, and the one remaining major that Max has yet to win.
This will be my 6th world shoot that I'm going to be competing in since 1999, and it bugs me. Yeah, I mean, I've won everything but this, and I don't want to go down as the guy that's won 15 national championships but can't win the world title. So it's a big deal to me, and I really want to make this happen for myself and my country.
Max is coming off the best season of his career, where he won an astounding 14 of the 17 matches he competed in, including an unprecedented triple crown at the Pro-Am, World Speed Shooting Championship, and Handgun National. But he knows resting on his laurels isn't an option, which is why everything, including a random stage at an early season event, is being approached with the utmost sense of urgency.
You can never take a play off in any sport, and shooting is no different. So I'm looking at every single course of fire that I'm competing in between now and the World Championship and finding a way that might help me once I get there.
Are you ready? Stand by!
His time is a sizzling 15.44 seconds.
The cool thing about this stage was the slider. And with that sliding target, it was activated by a piece of steel that you had shot earlier in the course of fire. So the training that I can get from this is how long does it take for the slider to come out after I activate that steel target, and what else can I do maybe in between then to save some time.
His match is off to a good start, but in the life of a pro shooter, problems are never far away.
So now with the grip obviously needing to be replaced as well, we can use that as an opportunity to match it up to the other gun that you just did. It wouldn't be the life of a pro shooter without some issues.
What I've learned from years of experience cleaning guns, if you clean them too good, they'll get a complex. So you want to keep them a little bit dirty and wanting. You got to leave them wanting to be cleaned. So I knock all the high spots off and put a little oil on it, and I'll be ready to play. So let me grab a brush here.
Gun problems have a tendency to follow all shooters, even the greatest of all time.
I've seen a lot of guns ruined by bad maintenance. I try to avoid being too much rough on the guns and keep them clean. It actually looks like a cylinder now. You can actually see the extractor in it. It was pretty fouled there. And you can see it had a lot of debris there, so it was time to give it a little love. You shoot 50,000 rounds, they get dirty. I don't know why. Working like a new one. Sounds good, doesn't it? It's saying it's ready to play, so I guess it's time to go shoot again.
Today, the legendary Jerry Miculek is a long way from his shop in Louisiana. With wife Kay away teaching a class, Jerry and daughter Lena are at the Rockcastle Pro-Am 3-gun match in Park City, Kentucky, which in a way does feel a lot like home.
The Rockcastle Shooting Center hosts 3 or 4 major competitions a year now, so it's convenient for me. They've done a good job on their ranges. It's just a nice place to go, and it's convenient for us as a family.
Both Miculeks are off to good starts this week. Jerry watches closely as Lena attacks the stage called Red Rock Castle, which is heavy on long-range rifle and intermediate pistol targets.
I was saying you have to play right answer.
You got the flock shooting on your handgun. You can see it in your eye motions there.
Finally, Jerry steps to the line.
Starting with a foot on the rock at low ready. Give me a nod when you're ready. Stand by.
His time is the open division's fastest. The Louisiana legend grabs the early lead.
Show me clear. Slide, hammer, holster.
I've got a little bit of a lead early on in the match. That's a good place to be. It doesn't really mean much. It means that that's all history now. So what's coming up is going to be the more important. So we've got some good stages coming. Got to keep my eyes open, keep my equipment running.
Good run.
Hot Shots is presented by Cheaper Than Dirt, America's ultimate shooting sports discounter, and sponsored by Daniel Defense, lighter, stronger, better. And by Mossberg and the 930 JM Pro, the official shotgun of Jerry Miculek. Hot Shots proudly supports the National Rifle Association. We'll even pay $10 toward your new or renewing membership to the NRA when you sign up through HotShotsTV.net.
Are you ready? Stand by.
Max Michel has just put up a time of 15.44 seconds on the stage called 2 Minutes to Midnight at the 2014 Mississippi Classic. His time is 2.5 seconds faster than his closest challenger. But at shooting's highest level, a buzzkill is rarely far away.
So that has something to do with the trigger, obviously. I'm fortunate to have so many people support me in so many different ways, but when you're at a competition and you get a call from your gunsmith, it's usually not a good thing.
With the World Shoot just 5 months away, it turns out Max's equipment situation is a mess, with his heavily stressed pistols all crying uncle at the same time. Here, one of the world's best shooters has been relegated to using a borrowed gun.
The safety's looking better too, because that's what it was. It was the trigger, the safety. For me as a pro shooter, I want to be prepared all the time, and when I'm not, it drives me crazy. So I just have to take those distractions, put them on the side, and do the best I can with what's in my hand at that very moment. And hey, just understand that this is a training event. I want to win, but it's a training event for the World Championship in October, and that's the way I'm looking at it.
It doesn't help that the next stage is the one Max considers the match's most difficult, but he also sees it as an opportunity to put mind over matter.
I'm a big believer in visualization, obviously. You can fool the mind into programming exactly what you want it to do and thinking that it's already done it. This stage in particular, there'll be no joking around. I'm going to be making sure that I'm visualizing, closing my eyes, going over and over and over again which target I'm supposed to engage from where, and not only that, where I want to engage that target.
Are you ready? Stand by. a finish unload show clear.
His time is the fastest of the match. But Max is not happy.
And that was a tough one. Hard stage. I heard his hand hit the buzzer. I could hear a crunch. So I went, and then the buzzer went. Once the standby command goes, any small sound, I'm gonna just jump, I'm going. And I heard that crunching, and then I went, and I was about halfway to the gun, and I heard the beep, and I thought, oh man, is he gonna stop me? Or then he didn't stop me. I grabbed the gun, ran to my first position. I shot my first target again. I'm thinking, is he gonna stop me, or is he gonna give me a penalty? What's gonna be the outcome of this? So I'm thinking about that and not thinking about everything I visualized. That'll cost me, but stuff like that happens, I guess. I probably should have just stopped myself and started over.
Do-overs are something most shooters wish they had from time to time.
Time to go to work, boss.
Especially when they're first up on a stage and haven't had the benefit of watching others go first.
Being the first shooter on a squad on a stage like that has a little bit of a anxiety factor to it. I have to go with my perception of what is right, and sometimes it might not be right. So I like to watch the other guys shoot, and if I can, learn something from it.
On this stage, at the notorious Cowboy Town section of the Rockcastle Shooting Center, Jerry Michalek is first up.
Make it hot. And this is low ready, right?
Yes, sir.
Yep. This stage is pretty straight up. Got a little bit of shotgun going on. Relatively fast stage. It ought to flow pretty good. Kind of excited about it. I'm first, and I really want to shoot and get it over with. It's pretty hot today.
Are you ready? Stand by. Hit! 3462. 34.62. All right. Rifle is clear.
Nah.
Nice run.
Kind of feel good to have one under the belt like that. The rifle went 1 for 1, so pistol went just about 1 for 1, shotgun high, but didn't cost me but 3/4 of a second, so I'll do that without reshooting it anytime, so roger on that one.
As it does on every stage, Jerry's attention now shifts to his daughter.
She's going to come out hard on that shotgun. It's going to look really good, so she's been burning up the shotgun really good, so that's going to be an impressive start. Her handgun is going to be her weak point, so she's been really thinking about fundamentals, so when she gets to the rifle, it's going to be spoken, so it'll be fun to watch.
Stand by. Hit! 3894. Rifle is clear.
What I told you, boss.
It's a pair of stage wins for father and daughter. Not only that, but Lena's time is only 3 seconds over her father's, and the 5th best score out of the entire field of 266 professionals, male or female.
Like she's chasing you down.
I know, I hate that. I'm going to have to quit coaching her. That's knowledge. That's knowledge can't be used against you in a court of law, so nicely done, Lena.
Thank you.
Whew. Wow.
Today's ultimate performance, presented by Cheaper Than Dirt, is from Max Michel. The 2013 season was special, even by Max's lofty standards. While winning 14 of the 17 events he entered, Max also became the first shooter to capture pistol shooting's Triple Crown by bringing home first-place trophies from the World Speed Shooting Championship, Pro-Am Championship, and Handgun National. Max Michel with today's Ultimate Performance, presented by Cheaper Than Dirt, America's ultimate shooting sports discounter. Max Michel has long been a champion shooter. As long as the shooting is done with a pistol.
Yeah, cameraman today. I shoot guns and cameras. So look out, camera guy. Yeah, poor guy will probably watch the video later and have his head chopped off. Who knows, but I think I got him what he wanted. I have no clue what I'm doing, that's why it's fun.
With a gun in his hand, no one would ever have a doubt that Max knows exactly what he's doing. Already with match best times on his first 2 runs at the Mississippi Classic, he again steps to the line.
Ready? Stand by.
Again, his score is the best of the match. And again, he's not totally satisfied. With the World Shoot fast approaching and the win at this match far from secure, what Max perceives as sloppy shooting will need to be addressed.
A lot of folks will pat me on the back and say, Max, that was an amazing run. But I look at it as, man, I shot a couple of Charlies over there, or I had a pickup shot over there. There's always room for improvement. My close buddies, they know I come off the line and they say, hey, great run, but let's hear it, Max. You know, what's wrong with it? And yeah, I'm going to give them an earful because there's always room for improvement.
In just 3 years, the Rockcastle Pro-Am has become the most attended match in 3-gun, with more than 500 pro and amateur competitors slugging it out.
As a competitor, it's great to see that many pros and amateurs in one spot. It gives you a small indication of how big 3-gun is growing.
After putting up a run on her last stage that was only 3 seconds behind her dad's, news from home leaves Lena Michalek suddenly struggling.
Husband's sick at home really bad, and I don't think she's really thinking too much of where she's at today, so she'll come out of it. Gotta get back to business here shortly.
Yeah, see, but rotated over. You see that? Is the difference.
It doesn't take her long.
Like, tighten your wrist up.
Being a sponsored shooter means always being on top of your game, even when you aren't.
One of the things about being a sponsored shooter, guys, is that we not only represent ourselves as a competitor, but all the people on our shirt, we have to have a very positive influence with them.
This is what makes a gun. I don't care what it is, but if you don't have a good trigger.
Even as a competitor, when I started, I realized, you know, that the only way this sport is going to grow is if you help the other guy out. You're not going to just take a moment, be nice, be courteous. It's part of who you are, and shooters in general want to help the other guy.
Jerry, meanwhile, is still very much focused on what's ahead.
Shooting inside that car builds up a lot of smoke. You're shooting into a low light to begin with, and the kind of smoke you have off the handgun is going to be, you'd have to look through like a fog, so it's killing a lot of folks.
Don't shoot over your head. You got to slow down a little bit and actually aim. You might have to shoot a little bit slower than what you're accustomed to, just to let the smoke dissipate to get the next shot.
Shooter ready. Stand by. right, shooter, if done, unload. Show clear.
I'm not really feeling too good this morning. I'm a little bit
5526.
upset stomach here or something. I'm kind of sour, but had a malfunction with the handgun. That's the first time I can ever remember a malfunction. So I don't know if I had a dirty mag or a bad round of ammo. I had to rack it out. But other than that, second position was a little choppy. But once I got it in there, it's 1, 2, 3. So it was worth the time invested in the dividends on the target. So I'm happy. I'll take it.
They've reached the halfway point of one of the biggest events of the year. Lena has a comfortable lead as she vies for the women's title. Jerry, as usual, is also near the top. But on another stage, in another squad, an old foe is lurking.
Clint's shooting the match, but I don't know where he is. He's on a different squad, so I don't have the ability to keep an eye on him.